Good morning, world. We've got some bad news. Our newborn puppy, Suki, is not well at all. She may have some form of pneumonia. During bottle feeding, they can get liquid inside their lungs, and it has caused Suki to start losing her strength and to get weaker and weaker. So I went to the vet this morning to have confirmation of this and some extra checkups done, and they've given us all of the medicines that we might need and all of the advice that we might need, and sent us home to take care of Suki once again. So we are hoping that this will be something that we can fix, but unfortunately when you look up these syndromes, it's very unlikely that a puppy this size will survive if they get aspiration pneumonia at this age. So we can only hope that we're doing enough to make sure she gets through another day and then another day. The vet thinks that she's still acting quite strong considering the position she might be in, but I don't know. The chances of her pulling through and becoming a big healthy dog now are very low. So we've all kind of adjusted our expectations. We're preparing ourselves for the worst, trying to make Suki's time as comfortable as possible, making sure she's clean, she's not sitting in her own waste, and making sure she's getting some fluids and her temperature is right, making sure that her body is kept warm. And at this point, it's all we can really do. So as it stands right now, Suki is in a very hot bedroom with a hot water bottle in her basket, covered up because her body temperature is very low. She was only 35 degrees and she needs to be 38 to 39 to be at a healthy temperature for a puppy. We have left the window open so she can hear the sound of the sea, and right now I'm just actually on my way to the vet again to pick up a antibiotic syringe, something that's very, very small amount, so we can try and see if we can kill the infection inside her lungs to perhaps help her recover from this. But I don't know. There's I'm going to say a 50-50 chance she'll make it through today, through tonight. So yeah, look, we're all feeling a bit down today, but I hope whatever happens, we've managed to give Suki, for the very short time she's been on this planet, some comfort, some love and care. Go to the vet, get the syringe, come home, see how she is.
Okay, it's okay. So you have a bottle feeder at home?
Yeah, I do.
And she likes it?
She does, yeah. Well, she did. I'm not sure if she will now. I did notice on the way home from the vet, she was very content in the car. She was enjoying a bit of the sunlight coming through the window, and she did seem a little bit more active than she did the night before. So we're getting little blips of hope when we see her do things like this. And at this stage, we're just taking what we can from it. Okay, I'm done at the vet. I picked up the syringe. It's tiny. It's very, very small, but it's what we need to give her the antibiotics. Let's go home and see how she's doing. So I'm back in the hot box. This bedroom is really, really warm right now, which is what Suki needs. Story's feeling a bit emotional. She's crying at the moment. This is the situation right now. She's still alive. We just gave her a feed. She woke up for some milk, and we gave her some Nutra paste as well, Nutrigel, and we're still listening to the sound of the sea here. How are you, Suki? Can you make it? She's lost so much weight. We noticed that she lost her appetite on Sunday afternoon, so we switched from the bottle over to syringe feeding, and we've been doing that ever since. And to be honest, I think that's the only reason why she's still alive right now, because she has lost her ability to suck. She's not really interested in sucking on a bottle anymore, and I've heard that this happens once they stop sucking on a bottle because they have a bad experience with it. They can lose the instinct to suck, which means you have to syringe feed, and worst case scenario you have to move over to tube feeding, which is when you feed a tube right into their stomach, but it's way advanced for us. And I did have a word with the vet when I picked up the syringe, and I said, if today doesn't show any improvement after the antibiotics kick in, we'll bring her to you and you can keep her overnight. And she was like, to be honest, we're going to do the same thing you are, so it's kind of up to you, but yes, we're here to help. So let's see how it goes, see if this dog can continue fighting. Oh, have you packed up a bit?
Just had 1 ml of milk.
It's good.
What are you doing?
A bit more energy. Seems a bit more energized. Have you washed your hands?
Yes.
Nice and clean?
Oh, yeah.
Can you give her a stroke? She's still with us.
Every morning, especially this morning, I woke up and I thought she's gonna have died in the night, or so I wake up and it's so silent, you know, she's really quiet at the moment. And it's like peek into the basket in the morning and she's still breathing.
Yeah.
I was like, how are you still alive?
It's very shallow, but she is still with us, fighting again. Have you noticed that her eyes are open?
Yay!
I forgot that we haven't actually let anybody know about this yet, but her eyes opened pretty much the day she got sick.
So cute. She looks even cuter with eyes.
Is it just one eye or the other one
Yeah,
too?
it's just one at the moment.
Wow. Oh, hello. You want to come and see too?
My eyes.
Yeah, you've got beautiful
See
eyes
eyes?
too.
I'll show you eyes.
Yes, we know you've got beautiful eyes, Poppy. Wow, hello Suki. This is what we look like. Oh.
Can she even see us?
Weirdly blurs to her at this point.
Come on then, back to bed.
But still.
This eye opened, and then this one opened second, so that one looks a little bit kind of more closed than the other. But
Oh, she's trying to come out.
yeah,
She's very energized. I'll stop standing on the strap.
this is a nice hot water bottle that Sash bought from Temu, didn't you?
Yeah.
Look at this. It's like a. Actually, you got it for your period pains.
I bought it for myself. It arrived yesterday and it's already been stolen by the puppy. That's fine.
And the vet gave us this glove with warm water in it, which has somehow managed to retain its heat all day, which is
Yeah.
kind of weird.
It's still hot,
Maybe because this hot water bottle has been warming that,
maybe.
and Suki's body heat, maybe. Maybe she's getting her temperature up.
Come on
She's
then, let's
enjoying
have
it.
some more.
Let's put that down there. And
Keep you nice and cosy.
you can pretend that's your mummy dog.
We've got the
Let's say
window
pretend,
open.
otherwise she'll know it's not.
We've got the window open today, getting some nice fresh air.
Yeah, for anybody who's not aware, opening the window in the Philippines adds heat to your room.
She's supposed to be in a warm room and we needed some freshness.
Got a bit.
Got a bit stinky,
Stinky
in
in
here
here,
with
you're
your
right.
little poo bum.
Yeah, also she smells like cabbage.
She does, doesn't she?
Not so much anymore though.
Yeah, the cabbage smell seems to be going today.
Maybe that was the lung thing. Maybe it was her breath.
That was there before.
Yeah, it could have been, because I did read some articles and it said that if they're, infected or they have problems with anything sickness-wise, it can be smelly breath or, their smell of poo, isn't it? I'm feeling a bit more positive now though, but I'm still not going to get my hopes right up there because she's very, very weak.
But then, you might have already said this, but the vet said she doesn't look or act like a dying dog.
No.
And the fact that she opened her eyes is a good sign, and she's wandering around the basket still, like she's not just
lying there.
Completely zoned out, yeah.
Also, did Mummy tell you that when I was doing I was doing a project, a solar system thing where you like paint solar systems, and I came in here because I thought she was yelping. We both came in here because we thought she was yelping, and guess what position I found her in?
What position? Oh, she was kind of upside down, was she?
Yeah, she was completely upside down. The second time I checked on her, she was on her side and upside down.
We've got a little chart here, a mini diary of dates and weights and feeds and poo sessions, all kinds of information about Suki's time with us. Her eyes actually opened on the 19th day, and it's now the 21st day, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, they've only been open, but they both opened on the same day.
Um,
This one opened first,
Yeah,
and then this one opened. It
yeah.
was like almost a day apart, but yeah, pretty much the same time. She's got little teeth now.
Yeah, she has little teeth. So she wouldn't be developing characteristics if she wasn't still growing somehow. So we just need to get her through this somehow.
Yeah, and she's
And
been doing like little doggy characteristics, like shaking her head, and she puts her paw up to her ear.
yeah, I've seen her move her ears like just with ear muscle power as well. Oh, did she just do it? No, I think she's just doing
You
it.
want some more milk?
Let's feed her up if we can. Look who's come to visit. Hello, Beast. Wow. You don't normally come this close. She normally avoids this bed like the plague. Literally as if there's a plague here.
Now that Suki's in here, yeah. But this was Poppy's zone. She'd come in here and like lay on our bed all day, looking out the window. But now Suki's in here.
Yeah. You're a bit jealous, aren't you? You're a jealous sister. But you're here. You're here for emotional support. Yeah. And we've been saying how we didn't really realise how much easier we had it with Poppy. And Poppy was hard when we were rescuing her. You know, we had a load of emotional days. We thought she was going to die at the vet. She had overnight stays, parvovirus, and all kinds of nightmares.
This is completely not on the plan for us to be doing this.
No. Yeah, it's become a bit of a rescue centre, hasn't it, Poppy?
Yeah. Yeah, me and Story both had a bit of a cry.
Yeah, we all want her to survive, of course. We want her to live. Come on, little one. Back to bed. Poppy does this a lot as well. She waits for Suki to be removed from a place, and then she sniffs where she was. You're getting the evidence. You're trying to figure out if you like this one. Tragically, just before 3 o'clock this morning, Suki passed away. We were awake when it happened. We heard her breathing her last breath. Actually, we took her out and we were holding her and feeding her just minutes before, not realizing that that was going to be her last meal and her last moments with us. One of the hardest things about all of this is having to document it, because we obviously had this intention that she would become a part of our life, and she would recover and grow to be a beautiful, healthy dog. But it didn't happen that way. And I knew this morning when I started filming that I needed to start filming today for this reason. I wasn't sure if she was going to make it full 24 hours. And of course, she didn't. At some point in the day yesterday, Story came into the room upset and she said, "When Suki dies, can we bury her?" And then she corrected herself and said, "Oh, if Suki dies." On some level, I think she must have sensed this could have happened today. Now we have to wake her up and tell her. Well, we don't have to, but the idea is now to bury her outside while it's still night, because as we said before, Suki was found in the night under a full moon. We named her Suki because of the moon and the night and the dark patterns, and it seems more fitting to come out now and make this hole in the earth, while it's still dark. And Sasha and I it's been a few hours. This filming now is a few hours later, and I had to put the camera away after filming her last. Well, she's still warm, I filmed her while her body was still warm in our arms, but then I put the camera away and we just had those moments to cry and to process and begin this. I didn't want to pick up the camera and put on a show. Just documenting this moment is something that we have to do. Over the last few days, we've learned a little bit about taking care of a newborn puppy and now losing a newborn puppy. And there's one term that they say, which is that some puppies begin fading and then they just fade. And I actually think, as horrible as that sounded to me when she was still alive, now that she's passed, the idea of her fading is quite poetic. It's quite gentle, and that's how she went. The sound of the sea, the sound of the insects, it's quiet, and she was surrounded by people that loved her, and she didn't just die in the street, abandoned, like when we found her 3 weeks ago.
sleep in a slipper. You got to climb in our laundry. Isn't she? You? She got to come to the cafe. Okay. Is that Suki's sign to us?